Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Media Junkies. I thought for today I'd have an interesting video on how to fix an old school NES. So this NES here will bring up a green screen. The games will not play and I will get the red flashing light on this system. So I figured I'd teach you guys a really cool trick on how to fix this. There are a few items that you will need to get this started. One of them is a small Phillips head screwdriver. The second is obviously an old school NES console. And the third is just a normal pot, because what you're going to do is you're going to boil the 72-pin connector that's inside the NES. That's right, we're going to boil this little guy inside here. We're going to fix the system. The last thing you're going to need is an old NES game, one that you don't mind if it does get ruined within the process. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to flip the console over. There are 6 screws built into the machine itself, and we are going to need to remove those. So you can get your Phillips head screwdriver, and you go ahead and start unscrewing those bad boys. Make sure you keep all the screws separated, because you will need to put them back into their spots. Next up you want to do is we're going to take the cover off once the screws are taken out. Next up you want to do is remove the screws built into the metal plate that's covering the system. The next pieces you want to unscrew is the cartridge slot. Alright, once those are out, go ahead and remove that. And on the system itself there are 2 more screws holding the board down. Once those 2 screws are out, you can go ahead and take out the board here. The 72-pin connector is connected to the board. Now you go ahead and take that off. It will be a little tight, so you will have to fight it for a little bit. Be careful not to hurt the game board, but you can go ahead and take that off now. Now that your 72-pin connector is removed from the system, the next step is to get some water boiling. While the water's boiling, go ahead and grab your NES game and clean it out, because you will be using it here soon. Once your water starts to boil, go ahead and throw the pin connector in. While the pin connector is boiling in the water, turn your stove on to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, go ahead and pull that out and let it cool down to the point where you can touch it. Keep your water boiling because we're going to be using it here in just a moment. Once the 72-pin connector is cooled down to the touch, we're going to take our game, we're going to stick it in 14 or 15 times to kind of bend those warm pins into place. Once that is complete, go ahead and throw the 72-pin connector back into the boiling water for another 5 minutes. Once those 5 minutes are complete, go ahead and take your 72-pin connector out of the boiling water. Now you're just going to want to sit for about 30 minutes to an hour. The reason being is you want the piece to dry, so that way you're not plugging it into the console soaking wet. After you have given it time to dry, it's time to put the console back together. Once everything is completed, it is time to play a game and see if it works. Alright, here we go. And just like that, it works like it's brand new. No blowing in carts, no anything. You're good to go.